Hello there, peoples. I'm here to do a review of Nightmare on Elm Street. I'm not reviewing like last, I did the series. I reviewed all the movies in one. This time, I'm doing it by individual film. Because there's only 6 movies, and since I've already reviewed pretty much every other horror movie, I didn't do Nightmare on Elm Street, so I'm going to do it now. So I'm going to review the first one, which came out in 1984, directed by Wes Craven. Classic. I think, in my opinion, it's the best one in the series. It definitely is. I mean, I'm gonna do probably the second one Tuesday, most likely Tuesday. I'm gonna review the second one. So the story pretty much is Freddy Krueger, played by Robert Englund, is killed. They talk about this later in the movie. It's explained that Freddy Krueger was a person who lived in Elm Street and killed kids. His old name was the Springwood Slasher. He would kill kids with his claws. But he was caught. But due to, I guess a search warrant was not signed right or something, a technicality, he was released. So the parents of Elm Street basically decided to do vigilante justice, chase him to his old boiler room, threw a torch and gas, and burned him alive. But dream demons, which we would learn, the dream demon part you would learn later in later films, but I'll just say it here, fuck it. Gave him powers, and now he can get in your dreams and kill you in real life. So he decides to take vengeance out on the old Elm Street kids. Pretty much the parents' new kids, basically. They're teenagers. So the movie starts off with Tina having a dream, and then she's woken up. But later, she invites her friend Nancy, played by Heather Langenkamp, who's also in the third film. I don't remember if she was in the second one, so. But, and Johnny Depp, who's Nancy's boyfriend in the movie. They're invited over, but also Tina's boyfriend Rod comes over. They have sex. Then they're sleeping, and then Tina gets killed while she was sleeping. But the cops pretty much blame Rod, and he goes on the run, and then he is caught, and then he gets killed in prison by Freddy. He makes him hang himself. Also, Nancy's at school, has a dream sequence, which I like the dream sequences in this movie. One of the reasons, what my least things I didn't like, I like the first Nightmare on Elm Street, but for me, what really fell off was they started becoming more and more goofy, which I'll get into the other films. So I have to watch 2. I haven't watched 2 in a long time. I'm probably gonna review 2 on Tuesday. Same with along with my Gotham review. So. And then, so this is where we pretty much, she meets Freddy. She burns herself on a pipe to wake herself up. Her dad's also a cop, and her mom pretty much tries to put her in like a psych ward. Not a psych ward, like a sleeping kind of place that will give her help, but it doesn't work. And then, Nancy takes Freddy's hat in another dream sequence. And in there, Nancy's mom reveals later that pretty much reveals the story of Freddy. And then, so Nancy decides to set a trap, basically, to try to lure Freddy into the real world. And then, to have her boyfriend help her, but he is killed. He gets dragged through the bed, which is another iconic scene. The other one is when Tina gets dragged up into the ceiling and gets killed by Freddy. And then, Glenn is dragged into the bed, and then just blood pops out. I think it's pretty gory, and I mean, I did notice, though, watching this again, you don't see Freddy a lot. You see him, but you don't see his face fully. Like, it's very dark when you see his face, which I like. I like that effect. And Freddy, he didn't always make those, he's always snarky, but he didn't make snarky jokes like in the later films. And that's kind of one of the reasons some people feel like he stopped being scary was after that. So, so, um, so yeah, so she sets a trap for Freddy. He chases her throughout the ending, and then she burns him, and then also there she figures out that Freddy is powered by fear, so she decides I'm not scared of you anymore, and then Freddy just disappears. But then the next scene's a dream sequence. All her friends are back alive, and they get into Glenn's car, which I guess is taken over by Freddy, and then Freddy grabs uh, Nancy's mom, and then the movie ends, basically. But overall, love the movie. I've had it rated out of 10, 9 out of 10. I think this was Wes Craven's best Nightmare on Elm Street. I think more and more, which we'll get into the series more later. I'm probably, because it's also Halloween time, so I want to do the horror reviews. I'm going to review the rest of the Nightmare on Elm Street series. Then I'm going to probably do like a top 10, probably top 5 horror list. And then maybe I'll even do top 5 kills from different series. Like I'll do probably top 10 Halloween kills, top 10 Halloween, Friday the 13th kills. I can do it like that. And also review like I Know What You Did Last Summer, stuff like that. But other than that, yeah, Nightmare on Elm Street was a great movie. You know, it at the time took the slasher genre in a new direction, because at the time it was pretty much just Jason. Because Halloween was kind of dormant for a few years. Pretty much after Halloween Season of the Witch, Halloween was dormant for a few years. So it was pretty much Friday the 13th was this main slasher craze. So they wanted to make Nightmare on Elm Street different. I like he kills you in your dreams. Some people thought that was a different, way. It was new and unique, which I'll give it that. It's unique. But other than that, yeah, guys, Nightmare on Elm Street was awesome. Gonna review the other films later this week. But other than that, I'm gonna sign off here. Peace.